His Excellency President.
The business aspect of it. Yeah, so we want to bring humanity back to air travel. And thank you so much for joining us today. So we are discussing the values of JetBlue as a partner with other airlines, ensuring that we bring hospitality.
Hi everyone. Hi. How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. This is great. I'm truly amazed by what I'm seeing here. And I mean, what I see here today is a testimony that the digital space has really some great opportunities. And looking at you guys, looking at the facility here, going through the people who are already working with the different companies and CCI, I can see a great future for our country. And listening to my good friend Rishi,
Yes.
and he told me the biggest asset that they have is not the building, it's not the computers, it's not the facilities, it's the people. It's you guys. It cannot get better than that. And it confirms what I have always said, that the biggest asset that we have as a nation is our human race. And that is why we spend tons of money trying to get our young people through school. The companies that are going to meet here today have the capacity to hire another 300,000 Kenyans. I know what it means when we have hundreds of thousands, possibly millions of young people who are out of school, out of college, out of university, and they don't have anything to work. So that's very important to me, that we create opportunities for people to work. I understand very well what it means not to have a job. The first time I got a job is when I was elected as a member of parliament. Yeah? That's a first job. So I know what it means not to have a job, because I did not have a job until I decided to run for a member of parliament. So, and then I know that not everybody can be a member of parliament. Those spots are very few. And therefore, we have to create other opportunities for others. So, good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Use this opportunity well and make us proud. Because when you do well, you encourage companies to come on board and give an opportunity to others. Yeah. So, by just doing well, by doing it right, you are actually creating opportunities for others. Right? Yes. So, asanteni sana, my very best wishes to you, and wonderful future to each and every one of you. Thank you.
We're here because of the people of Kenya. It's our view, as international service providers, that the people of Africa, and specifically Kenya, deliver the highest quality outcomes for our customers, and that's why we built this state-of-the-art facility that has got the capacity for 5,000 people, and why we expect that we'll at least triple our employee numbers over the next several years. Straight after this event, we're holding a conference. We have visitors from all over the world. And by our calculation, the people that are attending our conference have got 300,000 jobs between them. So as we were discussing with His Excellency earlier, the sky's the limit in terms of Kenya's opportunity in the BPO space. And I'd like to thank not only the people here attending the conference and the opening ceremony, but I'd like to thank the government of Kenya, who, as we discussed earlier, just get it. Yeah, they get it. They understand that the BPO sector can create huge numbers of jobs, and we create jobs for people quickly, and we create jobs for people who are previously disadvantaged, long-term unemployed, young people, and we provide careers for them. So thank you very much.
I remain very bullish on Kenya's economic prospects, but I am not the only one. Many of you may have seen the article in Bloomberg. Bloomberg is a world leader in business reporting that touted Kenya as the Singapore of Africa in the June 2023 article. And the Economist Intelligence Unit just listed Kenya as among the very best places for doing business in 2024, one of only 2 African countries that made their lists of prospects. The other thing the government of Kenya is doing, and the reason that they are making, I think, such headway on these different lists and different articles, is the government of Kenya is working very hard to improve the business climate. Every country can improve their business climate, and we are seeing very tangible results in some of the changes that have been made in the last year. And I'll just highlight 3 of them that are very relevant to this sector. First is the elimination of the VAT on exported services. Elimination of the domestic equity requirement for ICT companies. And steps to revitalize Kenya's special economic zones to maximize their competitiveness. As CCI knows better than anyone, the lifting of the export services tax had immediate impact. Since the Ruto administration lifted that tax, JetBlue, AT&T, and T-Mobile have all started operations with CCI in Kenya. Over 1,000 jobs have been created in this building alone, with the potential to create an additional 3,000 jobs in the very near future and 20,000 jobs with a bit longer time horizon. And I hear United Airlines is in the room. Hint, hint. Would you like to make an announcement? In addition, business process outsourcing, or what we call BPO, and call center employment expanded in 2023 in Kenya by over 14,000 jobs. Incredible. By no means does this signal that we've achieved all our goals. This is just the beginning. And if Kenya is to truly become the Singapore of Africa, it needs to grow GDP between 6 to 8% a year and create 1 million new good-paying jobs every year here for the next 10 years. And BPO and call center is going to be a very big part of that objective.
And I'm very happy that in this room we have men and women from different parts of the world who want to see what Kenya can offer. I want to tell you that if you're looking for human capital that is professional, that is dedicated, that serves with integrity, look no further. You will find it in Kenya. And we pride ourselves that aside from the horticulture and tea and coffee and many other exports that we have as a country, the single most important asset and export that Kenya has is its human capital. And we continue to refine, we continue to skill, we continue to tool that human capital so that it keeps to the highest standard possible. We are also updating our fiscal and non-fiscal incentives to keep pace with technological advancement, making Kenya an even more attractive destination for investment. As Ambassador Meg did say, last year we sat down with industry, and when industry suggested to us that there are some fiscal incentives and interventions that are necessary by government, we went along with them because we listen and we understand that for us to succeed, there must be a partnership between the public and the private sector. And legislation, regulation must be sensitive to us being able to support the private sector to create opportunities, to create jobs, and to provide opportunities for young people in Kenya to work. I was very proud that we have world-class facilities in Kenya. I was also very happy that CCI is expanding from the facility they have where they are hiring already 5,000 Kenyans. They have told me that this facility will hire an additional 5,000 Kenyans. And in fact, to his own words, that they want to triple their workforce in the short term. And the single motivation CCI has for doing all that is the quality of our human capital. It is not the size or the shape of the building. It is not how good the computers are. It is how good our human capital is. And we proudly want to share with the rest of the world, with many companies who are looking for good quality workers. We are happy to share our human capital with them. And we are proactively working towards making it easier, making it possible, and making it profitable for companies to work with Kenya in that space. I commend CCI for establishing this ultra-modern, thoughtfully designed, and deliberately efficient contact center, which will serve global clients and benefit both Kenya, your company, and the companies you serve globally. I'm very happy to see AT&T here. I'm very happy to see JetBlue. These are companies, multinational companies in America and in other countries. CCI have just told me they work with 80 different companies in different parts of the world. The young people that are working on the computers behind us here are among the ones I have been telling Kenyans, tutafinya computer? Eh? Tunafinya computer? Dola unaweka kwa mfuko. This is exactly what it is. And I know there was a Taptengele situation somewhere. This is what it is. You know, many people, as was said here by Governor Wamatangi, many people were wondering, what is this we are talking about, the digital space, and working with all the infrastructure we are trying to put in place. The single most and urgent challenge we have as a nation is millions of young people out of school, out of college, out of university, and they don't have an opportunity to work. And especially when they are hardworking, professional, efficient people of integrity. It weighs very heavily on me when you see thousands, hundreds of thousands, possibly millions of young people who, with talent, with energy, with knowledge, with skills, and yet they lack an opportunity to deploy those skills for the growth of our economy and for making their lives better. These opportunities mean a lot to me and to the people of Kenya. And that is why we must work consistently and persistently until we explore the full potential that this space has to offer. And as we have heard here, the space around BPO is big. And therefore, as Kenya, armed with our human capital, that space we must take advantage. And I will work with all the sectors to make sure that we unlock the potential in that space and we create opportunities for millions of young people, very hard-working people in Kenya. I commend CCI for establishing this great building here, and again, for leading the way in not just doing what they are doing, but in encouraging other companies to come along and share with us the opportunities that exist. One of the 5 pillars of this administration is that digital economy. We have committed to not only expand fiber optic footprint in Kenya by an extra 100,000 kilometers. In fact, our ICT hub infrastructure is meant to go all the way to every ward in Kenya. Our goal is to enable at least 1 million digital workers over the next 5 years, supported by investment in infrastructure such as natural broadband and digital hubs. And additionally, we are focusing on green energy, regulatory reforms, and data governance to enhance the investment climate. To further promote growth, we are updating legal frameworks, establishing BPO standards, and enhancing incentives to reflect our technological advancement. These efforts position Kenya as an ideal destination for global business services, and I encourage more investors to explore opportunities here, especially in our special economic zones. And if you want reference, the CEO of CCI is here as a point of reference.